this is one of the 10 most scenic railways in the United States. There's a train. Different train than when we were on. We were not expecting this kind of nature, so I'll be perfectly honest. Driving through Delaware, we were like,
this is our first harvest toast, y'all.
Yeah.
God, these are good. Oh yeah. You hear the acoustics? We're under the bridge. There's only one problem I see here.
you're almost out.
I don't have enough.
We're going for a train ride. So this is called an autumn leaf special, and it's an hour-and-a-half train ride, and it stops and we get to have lunch. But this is like an old-fashioned train, and I think it's gonna be cool. I hope we get to see some leaves. We haven't seen autumn leaves yet, and that's what we're here
We're
for.
a little early. And by the way, we're in Delaware now.
Oh yeah, but we're in Delaware.
We're a little early. It's not a lot of color, but there is some. Hopefully if we get up high, you can see more of it. But nonetheless, we get to ride a really cool train. It's gonna stop off, we're gonna have lunch.
Yep.
So it'll be fun.
It's gonna be cool. This is the first weekend they're doing the fall foliage trek. So hopefully we do get to see some leaves.
I haven't seen a lot, but.
They're just starting to turn here.
Ready to get on?
Yeah. Ready to get on?
Yeah.
Okay.
The open to create air circulation throughout the train.
Choo-choo! Oh, this is beautiful.
We're in the woods.
We're in the woods. So this is a picnic spot. I should have packed us a picnic lunch, but I didn't. But we're just gonna get off and hang out here for a little bit, and then we get back on the train and keep going.
I can see the fall over there, but you gotta go over that big old tree. It was worth it though. It's pretty. Really pretty.
So this is the Wilmington and Western Railway. They were saying, and there's a lot of information coming through, and I picked up one thing, that this is one of the 10 most scenic railways in the United States, and I believe it. This is beautiful. So this is the first weekend they're doing the autumn leaves tour, but they do this all year round. So, but I'm glad we're getting to see the fall foliage, and we're getting to see leaves fall, actual leaves falling right now. It's cool.
Yeah, we are getting up north, y'all. It's pretty cool. What's it, about 60 degrees?
Let's check the handy dandy weather app, and it will tell us.
Us southern folks, we got flip-flops on and short-sleeve
63.
t-shirts. 63? I said 60.
Yes. Hey, I will take 63
I love
any
it.
day,
Feels
all
great.
day.
Yeah.
I'm picking up leaves.
I'm perfectly comfortable, actually.
I am too.
Flip-flops probably isn't the best idea. But
I think we're the only.
you got
no, we're not.
leaves. You got
I
leaves.
got leaves.
This leaf, what is it doing?
It's turning.
It's pointy.
It is pointy.
Pointy leaf.
So I tried picking up some leaves when we were in Hot Springs, and I didn't press them correctly, and they fell apart. So I'm going to see if I can manage to press these so they'll keep their shape and their color and not disintegrate.
Problem is they dry and then they'll, they're real fragile.
Fragile.
Yeah, and so they will crack and tear. So that sucks. But we better get back on the train. Everybody's, the crowd is thinning out. We don't want to get left.
All right, let's go.
Although I wouldn't mind getting left here.
Yeah, but our car, or
Not in
our
flip-flops.
car,
Not in flip-flops.
Ellie and our clothing
Yeah,
and stuff.
and food.
is-
Food.
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 I'm looking for leaves. I'm like scanning the ground for pretty leaves.
Bench seat. Bench seat. Bench seat. Bench seat. Now you're sitting across from each other.
I
just
it.
think that's the coolest thing ever.
It is.
We're back. Ellie is there waiting for us, our chariot.
That is such a good feeling to get over doing something and walking outside and going, oh, look, there's Ellie.
It's our home.
Yep.
So we are going to hop in Ellie,
Have
make
some
us
lunch.
some lunch because we're starving. And then we'll probably
Figure out what we're
figure out what we're
going
going to do next before we head to our boondocking site, which is a harvest host, and it's at a brewery.
Yeah, I know Jason would be excited about that. But we're in Wilmington, Delaware, and there's some cool stuff to do around here, so we're going to figure something out while we have some lunch.
So Lisa and I decided that we want to watch the Saints and Redskins game. So I found a little spot called the Trolley Square Oyster House here on Delaware Avenue. A lot of cool pubs and restaurants along this little strip here. But we're going to post up here, check out the game. It's time to relax, maybe eat some oysters, drink a couple beers.
So I got the local cider. This is the Down East hard cider, and it's really good. It's a very light, crisp cider. And I'm funny. I think I like things in a can better than a bottle. I'm just weird like that. But this is a cool place, and we found the Saints game. Jason cracks me up. He gets on the phone and calls, and he says, do you have the Saints game on? And they said, yes. What down is it? What quarter is it in? Okay, we're on our way.
But they answered my question.
They did answer your questions. He wanted to make sure the game was actually on before we came over here. But it's a pretty cool place. And yeah, the oysters being shucked right there. I don't eat oysters, but I know Jason loves them. So he's going to get his oyster fix.
I ordered me the Bitburger Fest beer. It is their Oktoberfest, 6.2% alcohol. The staff has been amazing. They let us sit wherever we want. They're like, yeah, wherever you sit, just ask the bartender or the waitress to change the game to whatever you want. They've been very, very nice. They answered all my questions on the phone, like Elisa said, so it's a cool place to hang out for a little while, watch the game. Okay, so I just ordered me half dozen raw oysters. And I was like, I asked the bartender, I said, can I get a half dozen raw oysters? She goes, yeah, what kind? And I'm like, raw ones. Well, I'm from the Gulf, so we only get one kind of oysters, but here they get all kind of different kinds. So I'm going with the Queen's Cup and the Baybreeze. They're a little smaller, but they're more rare. They don't get them very often. And I did learn that the further north you go, the saltier they get. But she did say the Bourbon Creek's the really big ones, but a lot of times I don't like the real big ones because I like those nice bite-sized ones. They go down easier. That's cocktail sauce pre-made. There's a little bit more horseradish in here. I'm gonna make it a little bit stronger. And right here, vinegar. Yeah. They don't have Tabasco, but that vinegar tastes good, so I'm gonna do it with the vinegar.
There's Tabasco on the table.
Okay. Oh, look, it's the world's smallest bottle of Tabasco sauce. Okay, here we go. It's like a little take-home size. There's only one problem I see here.
You're almost out.
I don't have enough. Man, God, these are good.
How do they compare to Gulf oysters?
Way better.
They're better than Gulf oysters? You're in trouble here.
Maybe they're just different. They just taste really fresh. They taste like that's the most freshest tasting oysters I've ever had. Well done. You know?
Now you need more.
Yeah, I do. Trolley Square Oyster House. They don't call it an oyster house for no reason. Those were great. Raw oysters are expensive though. $15 for half dozen. Okay, so we finished up the game. Saints won, by the way, thank goodness. And me and Elisa were just realizing that, oh yeah, they changed the name. It's not the Redskins anymore. It's the Washington football team, which is super lame. But anyway, enough about that. So we just walked around a little bit around the neighborhoods here just to kind of check out the scenery and, you know, get a feel of the local downtown vibe. And then we got in Ellie and we started heading out. We turned the corner at the next block and we saw this walkway into the beautiful woods, and there's leaves everywhere.
Yes.
And we were like, oh, let's do that. So we left the camera. We went halfway down. We're like, oh, this is pretty. We came back to get the camera so we could show you guys because it's really awesome.
Yeah.
And it feels so good out here.
It does. It's like 60-something degrees out here. There's leaves all over the ground. This is what we've been waiting for. So we've been working our way up north. We're in Delaware now, and we're finding fall leaves on the ground.
They're falling.
And there's this beautiful path, and we got it, like Jason said, we got a little ways down. We're like, this looks kind of pretty. Let's go grab the camera. So let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can feel it coming.
You saw that right. That was a deer. Oh, there goes cyclist. Here they come. Yeah, that was a deer.
Yeah, so we've seen wild horses and wild deer in the
Wild, wild horses. That was cool. Elisa spotted that deer. I got to give creds to her. Good catch.
Good catch.
Good catch.
All right.
You done good, girl.
I did good.
Yep.
Now, come see what we're about to see.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful this is. This is the Brandywine Creek. And every time I hear Brandywine, it makes me think of Lord of the Rings. Sorry, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. But this is the Brandywine Creek. And look at these bridges. So there's like this pedestrian walking bridge, which we're about to walk over.
Yep.
And then look at that. I don't know how old that bridge is, but it's pretty darn old, and it's just beautiful. So this is super pretty. We just walked out here on the suspension bridge over the creek, and there's bridge after bridge after bridge in every direction going down this creek. So it's really cool. And this bridge wobbles when you walk on it. So we've got somebody else walking on the bridge, and I can just feel it wobbling while we're standing still. But we were not expecting this kind of nature. So I'll be perfectly honest. Driving through Delaware, we were like, just driving through the state, it was probably the least attractive state that we've been through so far. But when we got to Wilmington,
It's redeeming itself.
Wilmington is beautiful, okay? So the train ride we did was gorgeous, and then Jason found us a little spot right here in downtown. We've just been walking. This is a beautiful city. So this is the first bridge we came under, and it's even prettier on this side. So I thought the way in was pretty, but on the way back has this really nice tree, and it's got these like stair step things going up the side. It reminds me of the movie It, which was filmed in Maine, or supposedly filmed in Maine, and we're already starting to get those vibes.
It is Halloween. She's got eyes of the bluest skies, and if they were to, I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. You hear the acoustics? We're under the bridge. Acoustics are killer under that bridge. Also, I'm going to say this, that when you are in a park, watch out for the dog poo. It's like a landmine of dog poo. So just make note. It is plentiful over here.
We've said it before, and I'll say it again. I love that we can drive Ellie into these cities and park on the side of the road and go explore. Yeah, there's a train. There's a train. Different train than when we were on. We were on like a historic train. That's just an actual
We
train.
were over here in those woods.
And here's Ellie waiting for us.
Dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. All right, we are at Midnight Oil Brewing Company. This is our first Harvest Host. So, okay, we left the park, we went to the grocery store, re-upped all our groceries, and now we are here. And yes, that music that you're hearing from across the street
It's really loud.
is really, 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 really loud. Apparently they're having some kind of private party or something. But anyway, this is our first Harvest Host, y'all.
Yeah.
And it's like a big industrial parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big field like I had in my mind with grass, which grass is like an RV's enemy.
Grass and sand.
Okay, grass and sand, I'm not liking them right now. Golly, they can dirty up a rig
They
pretty
sure
quick.
can.
But anyway, we're going to go try some beer, or I'm going to go try some beer. And
I'm gonna go watch some football.
we're going to watch some football. And hopefully when we get done with all that, the people from across the street turn the volume down a little bit so we can sleep. I sound like an old man.
No, it's really loud. You're not sounding like an old man. That is super, super sonic loud.
I got to wake up and drive to Jersey tomorrow.
Yeah, going to New Jersey tomorrow.
Anyway,
Let's go check out this brewery.
this is crazy. Here we are in Newark, Delaware, going into the Midnight Oil Brewing Company, about to drink some brews. Ellie's back there. We're boondocking in our first Harvest Host. I'm loving it though.
It's so cool. I love what we're doing right now. This has been like the most amazing adventure so far.
Awesome stuff. Okay, she's gonna let me try the Subspace. So it's a hazy IPA brewed with
She's ready for it.
Eldorado, Citric, Mosaic, and Chinook hops. It smells really, really good. Oh yeah, I got the Subspace Anomaly. Look at that haze in it. Compare.
IPA?
It's an IPA, but look how hazy it is. It's really good. It's got a bite to it, but it's like a smooth bite at the end. I don't know what, but it's good.
They actually have a cider on tap. So whenever Jason said, "Oh, well, you can get you a cider," I said, I seriously doubt they've got beer and cider on tap, but they do. And I love the play on the name. It's called Incorrigible, like C-O-R-E, like an apple core, but it's called Incorrigible. It's a very light, very strong cider,
What percentage of alcohol is that?
6%. So it's almost got a lemonade flavor to it. It's different. It's very light. Most ciders are dark. This is very light. It looks like a glass of lemonade, doesn't it?
It does.
That's what it tastes like. So what do you think about this Harvest Toast situation?
I like it. It's different, you know. Not used to this, but I like it. Still, it doesn't look like I pictured it in my head. Like I said, I thought we were going to go to this like rustic barn brewery and like the middle of a field with grass, you know, and like, I don't know, pigs and goats nearby. That's what I thought was, you know, I was going to get. But
Somewhere else might give us that.
so from that standpoint, I'm a little disappointed. But other than that, it's good. And the beer's good. The beer's, I do enjoy that beer. And, but I can think of a whole lot other places I wouldn't want to stay at.
Yeah.
So, this is cool.